And we are back. Better late than never. Episode 66, Season 2, Drop the Green. How you doing, Spence?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. As always, it's a good Friday night.
Yeah, we got
itching to get out of here so I can watch Eldora.
I know. I knew you would be.
Sorry to cut you off. What were you saying?
Short and sweet tonight.
Good. Speaking of short and sweet, this intro is going to be short and sweet. Unlike last week, which took 7 minutes. So we will dedicate this episode to somebody. This week's overview is going to be on the lawsuit. Just a little bit of an update.
Yeah.
In the most simpleton of terms, because we're real simple guys.
Yeah, because I have so many questions. I'll text
awesome.
you every
I don't know if I have the answers, but I'll make them up if I don't.
Dude, I know Colby was sitting across from me.
Yeah. I just wanted to keep the vibes going.
Yeah.
Southern 500 recap. We'll talk about who stood out, get into some gateway predictions, talk about the bets, and close with the Choose Who zone. As always, my name is Austin.
My name's Spencer.
Let's drop the game.
We're in the land of shining cold, back down that valley where the roosters crow, and a man defends his own. I got no problems if I stand alone. In the land of shining cold, back down that valley where the roosters crow, and a man defends his own. I got no problems if I stand alone.
All right, so we are in it. We are going to try to keep this. I know we say this every time, Spence, but keep me honest here. Let's try to keep this short.
Yeah, we're going to keep this at an hour tonight.
Our time is precious, and everyone needs to get to listen to this before the race.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and go into this. Our overview this week, ironically, and maybe ironic's not the right word, but we're going to do Darrell Waltrip. So, I don't know if you've ever seen this car or know this car.
I have no idea what this
car is.
So
much like when you became a fan.
Yeah.
And you saw Jimmy Johnson, and you heard how great Jimmy Johnson was.
Yes.
And you watched the races, and you're like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Dude,
why are everybody singing his praises when he sucks?
This was my experience with Darrell Waltrip as a 4-year-old.
Oh. So this is your Jimmy Johnson.
This is my Jimmy Johnson. In a way, this is actually worse than Jimmy Johnson by far. But before we shit on Darrell Waltrip a little bit, and we're not shitting on him, but it is going to sound like it.
No, he did have an illustrious career.
Very illustrious. Nickname? Did you know he had a nickname?
No.
Jaws.
Because he's
running that mouth.
Oh.
He's always running
that mouth. Oh. I thought he
weird. That's where you went. But
Jaws, shark.
Jaws.
Jaws.
Running his mouth.
Yeah, I thought you said Jaws.
You thought he was getting kinky with the guys in there.
He is Darrell Waltrip.
You're thinking of Michael.
Boogity, boogity.
Yeah, no, the boogity boogie is a little kinky. I'll give you that. So before we get into too much of this 66 car, February 5th, 1947 in Owensboro, Kentucky, Nashville Fairgrounds legend.
No shit.
So that's where he made his name.
Cool.
Was at the fairgrounds back in the day. 3-time Cup champion. Nothing to sneeze at there. 84 Cup wins.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of wins.
So we get into
kind of new era too.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
Yeah. He's not racing with Richard Petty when they're racing 50 times a year.
No, he was racing, all the good guys. He was racing Dale at the time, Pearson's and all that. So let's get to 1999. So 1999, Darrell Waltrip's on the tail end of his career. He's one of those guys that didn't know how to retire, much like Jimmy Johnson. So he signs with North Wilkesboro's fighting me back here, the moonshine. But he signs with Haas Carter Motorsports.
Oh.
So same Haas as Stuart Haas, now Haas Factory, whatever.
Factory team.
Whoever they think they are, whatever they're calling themselves. Same Haas, but he had a Cup team back then, not so good. Darrell Waltrip's like, I just want to drive a race car for some reason. He drives the number 66 Kmart car. So this is like, I had a little die cast of this car, like the little 164 that you, like the Hot Wheels size, that's what I called it. So that's how I knew Darrell Waltrip, and then watched him on TV.
And he sucked.
And he was terrible, dude. So they changed the rules in 99. You used to could just automatically make the race if you were a past champion. They changed that. So he DNQ'd 7 times this year.
Oh, my God.
So in 1999.
Because the team was just terrible.
Terrible, yeah. So at the end of 99, he's like, hey, I'm going to have a farewell season, 2000, kiss some babies, shake some hands.
Yeah.
So 2000 was his last year in this 66 car, finished 36th in points.
Dang.
But yeah, it's crazy for the longest time when I think, and still even now, like if I close my eyes and I think, what car did Darrell Waltrip drive? It's this 66, which was just an abysmal car for him.
I close my eyes and I think about Jimmy Johnson, and I think
you see the wall,
and I see the whole field in front of me.
That's That's me with Darrell Waltrip.
Okay.
So I thought that'd be a nice little inclusion.
No, that was good
to say that I know how you feel.
That.
But
Yeah.
kind of a cool card. Kmart, what a throwback.
What a throwback.
I don't think that exists anymore.
No, I don't think it. Kmart's gone. I do believe.
Kmart is gone.
Yeah, I do believe.
So, in the sake of moving on, let's get in our overview. So we went over this lawsuit, I don't know, sometime last year. So we're not going to go over what the lawsuit is, what the lawsuit's about, who's in it. Commonly referred to as the 2311 NASCAR lawsuit.
Yep.
Let's not forget Front Row's in there kicking too.
They are.
They're in there. They're in there. They're not being loud about it.
No.
They don't have a podcast.
No, they don't.
But they're in there.
They are.
So let's
They're
not forget that. So right now there's been all this stuff going on. You've been texting me what's going on. So just to kind of catch you up, I know you got some questions, but I just want to catch you up. We've been in and out of the courts, right? There's not
hearings.
For hearings
Yes.
and injunctions, right? There's not an official trial
until December.
If it goes to trial until December, you're
okay.
exactly right. So what's been going on in the meantime is injunctions and hearings and all that. But the big thing is, 2311 and Front Row never signed the charter agreement.
Yeah.
Well, the judge originally said going on that they can have their charters because if they don't, they're going to have irreparable harm, right? And we can't take them away in the event that they win. So it's kind of like one of those holdover, almost grandfathered in deals, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They switched judges. NASCAR went to another judge. That judge says, and it's a fair point, you didn't sign the charter agreement. You don't have a charter.
Yeah. So they yanked him.
So they yanked him. And it's not a bad point.
No, that's what I was texting you about.
Yeah.
That this is crazy, and you're like, and I was like, they have no shot at winning now,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, dude, they're still fine.
Let me tell you what's crazier about that. So 2311 and Front Row. Let's just pretend when I say 2311,
you also mean
in your
row.
mind you're going to say Front Row
Yes.
because I'm not doing that all night tonight.
Yeah.
But so when the 2311's whole thing was like, we're going to have irreparable harm. If you take our charters away, we're going to have irreparable harm. And if you're 2311, you're going to win, right? Because you don't go into this lawsuit if you don't think you're going to win. Mm-hmm. So NASCAR, they yanked their charters, right? Because this other judge decided there was no irreparable harm because, and hold up, in the background, NASCAR changed the rules to basically allow enough spots for 2311 and Front Row to still be guaranteed entry into the race. So their original claim that we're not chartered, we could wreck in qualifying and miss a race. Now that would have to be if more than 36 people show up, right?
Of course.
But you have to. It's still the rules.
Yep.
You'd still be an open car. Well, NASCAR changes their rules in the background because they can do whatever they want.
They can.
When they still guarantee entry for those cars, but they're not chartered.
They're not chartered.
And that's when the judge says, "Okay, you don't get charters.
Yep.
You didn't sign the charter agreement." I think that's wild. I think if you're trying to
do we know
prove,
when they changed this rule?
Yeah, right before this happened.
Really?
Yes, that's why it happened. Yeah. And if
do we think that's allowed? Like, that's shady.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. NASCAR's always been this way. They've always.
No, I understand.
They've made their own rules. But if you're trying to like beat a case of being a monopoly, like maybe don't just willy nilly change rules like that. Because if I'm 2311, I'm like, do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Do you see what they just did in front of your face?
Yeah.
Like, we have a copy of the old right here where we needed it, where you had to be chartered to enter the race, and now you've changed the rules. You're right here. To me, it does add evidence to their claim.
I thought so too.
Okay.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a guy.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I'm just a guy. But so anyway, so they have this hearing the other day that everyone's talking about. Now, I don't know, it was an injunction, right? And I don't know why this was actually in person. I know it was kind of leading up to the trial, but it was also about the charter thing too. Mm-hmm. You'll have to ask an expert on this, but all I can tell you is we got into in person, the 2311 lawyers, the NASCAR lawyers, and it was super hostile. I'm sure you read some of the stuff. They
rough.
They released text messages, right, from both sides. Both sides requested text messages from the other. Now, Michael Jordan, Denny, and Curtis Polk, who's a co-owner of 2311, they released some of their text messages, and I'm biased. You can tell I'm biased in this whole thing, but like they were kind of just like talking shit, Right.
And you know what? We expect that from
Denny. We expect that.
Especially and from Michael Denny Jordan. And Michael Jordan.
Yes, Michael Jordan at one point was like...
I think his nickname is Jaw.
Yeah. So at one point they were like, if we don't sign, we lose X amount. Mm-hmm. And Michael Jordan said something along the lines of like, I've lost more than that in a casino in one night.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's definitely lost more than that on the golf course.
I'm sure. Dude, yeah.
If you haven't seen The Dance, you need to go watch The Dance.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah.
This dude's billionaire. Billionaire.
Yeah. So is Denny.
But at some point, Curtis Polk says, and this has been made a big deal of, he's like, the only way we're ever going to get a change is when Jim France dies.
That's rough.
And all the people are up, like, it's a text message, right? So if it's not your buddies you're texting with, you can see that and be like, they probably have a hit out on Jim France right now.
Yeah.
Like the mafia is going to come kill him because Michael Jordan. It doesn't look good.
No, it wasn't the best look.
Back, you're like, he's not wrong.
Yeah. I mean,
wrong, or indifferent, he's probably not wrong.
No. I mean, it's the same thing with anybody that's been the head of something for forever. Like any corporation, anything.
It's the only way it's going to change.
It's exactly how it goes. Nothing is going to change until that person... You know, if in Jim France's case dies,
yes.
Like I don't wish no ill will on him.
Yeah,
you know, but it's
the way she goes.
It's exactly.
They released text messages between Steve Phelps and Steve O'Donnell, so the higher ups at NASCAR, and I know one of the specific ones was they were talking about the charter deal, and one of the Steves referred to it as the "fuck the teams" deal.
Yep. Which is also a
crazy
look.
And then it came out that they, kind of had, now whether this is truth or whether this is like realistic, they had plans of more or less like, hey, we can always do this, and get rid of the teams. Kind of like an IROC model or a SRX model. Like, we'll field all the cars, people come in and drive them. Like, we don't need teams. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy that they're even considering that or have considered that. Whether that's legitimate or not, or whether that's serious, it's a little scary that it's even brought up. But I don't think that's anything to worry about them doing tomorrow.
Not at this point, no.
But if you're going in a lawsuit...
If they lose this lawsuit, I think it changes a lot of people's perspective, though.
Yeah.
I think, and not to go too much into the weeds into the future, but I think this is a good point we kind of need to make of, like, if I'm Rick Hendrick and, 2311 loses this, okay... And NASCAR has this grand vision. I mean, that's a grand vision.
It is a grand vision, yeah.
Okay? Why would I put even more money into something when eventually it's going to be nothing?
Ripped away, possibly.
Possibly. Like, what incentive do you have to put on a show? What incentive do you have to pay your employees to, do more for the sport at that point when everything that you've worked up till this point? Now, again, I know this is... Wow, Rick Hendrick will be fine because he bends the knee.
He does.
He bends the knee.
I think he does for sure.
They will take care of him.
Yeah.
But in 2311's case, they will. I mean, that team's done. Yeah. If something like this were to go down.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. And I know one of the Spire co-owners is on record. They were talking to lots of people this week. They interviewed him, and Spire's been very close with upper NASCAR, like they've always said good things. They signed the charter agreement.
Yeah.
And one of the co-owners of Spire said, like, I know NASCAR and who I've dealt with personally, and then in everything that's came out in the lawsuit, it's a completely different person.
Whoa.
So I want to know, am I talking to people that are two-faced, or am I hearing a different side of this, a false side of the story? He's like, and right now I don't know. So I wish this would go to trial so I could see.
Okay.
So the thing, and the judge has said this, like, neither side is going to win. There's going to be something crazy, going on. There's going to have to be compromise. Denny said this weekend, things, no matter what happens, things will be better in 2026. That's what Denny has to say, right? Yeah. He has to assume they're going to win.
Yeah.
I do think if NASCAR were to win, nothing would change, right? But if 2311 wins, quote unquote, things would change. I think there's not going to be a clear winner, but my opinion is something's going to change.
Yeah,
a lot of things probably.
Yeah, but I hope for the better. I mean, that's
what we all hope. And honestly, that's what 2311 hopes too, or they wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
I know that's crazy for people to think, but like they would not go through this process if they didn't want it to be better.
To me, the NASCAR fan that we want can't look at this and turn a blind eye. They cannot completely say that this is completely fair, because it's not fair at all. Like what has been going on is not fair at all. How can we do better and work towards a common goal? Like why is NASCAR Lord and Savior and the teams are nobody? Like it just doesn't make sense of how anybody can look at that and say otherwise, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you can't have the sport without the teams.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's weird. The big thing here is everyone thought this would settle before the actual lawsuit would happen. Like that's what everybody's. I think the majority opinion was that it would settle. But if you're 23-11, like a settlement doesn't get you anything. You want long-term change.
Yeah.
Like if it was all about the money, they would have settled. Yesterday. But they want long-term change. So I think we do see this go all the way to court. In December.
Yeah.
But does that kind of give you a good update on where we're at, or?
Yeah. No. I mean, what does this mean? So the big thing that came out of this is, like you just said, I think you hint at it, but I don't know if we said it. They've yanked the charters.
Yeah, they still don't have charters, but they're guaranteed entry. So
they're guaranteed entry. But the other thing, I think the big key here is NASCAR can sell these charters. So
that's the other thing. So that I'm glad you bring this up. Okay. So the big point of this injunction was that's the last leg 23-11 had to stand on was, well, NASCAR has came out and said they are going to sell these charters.
Yeah.
Right? And they went to the injunction, and that's when all this shit got nasty, right? Mm-hmm. The day after the injunction, the next day of the injunction, NASCAR showed up and was like, and I'm not making this up, but it's gonna sound crazy. NASCAR showed up and said, "We're not gonna sell the charters." They said, "We'll sell new charters, but we're not gonna sell 23-11 and front rows charters."
Yeah, BS.
What are you talking about?
BS.
But that's what they said. I mean, they said in the court of law. So that's
okay.
It has to.
So they can't. So they can't sell them.
So, but they talked about that on Denny's podcast. They're like, yeah. So y'all went through all this, and then NASCAR suddenly said, and they went through all this because they thought their charters were going to be sold, which is crazy because even if we could tell right now that 23-11 had no shot of winning, you still have to see it out, right? It's our rights as an American to go through a due process.
Of course.
So you can't sell them. You can't sell something without giving them a chance to fight for it. And that's what 23-11 was saying in this injunction. And then NASCAR showed up and they're like, no, we're not selling them. Well, they asked Denny about that on his podcast. He's like, we're still trying to figure that out.
Wow.
It was absolutely, they were shocked when it happened because they're like, that's what that whole thing was about that day.
So you could get your charters back and sell them,
or at least be like, okay, we understand we didn't sign the charter agreement, we don't have the charters, just don't sell them. Hold on to them, because in their minds they're going to win in December. They're probably going to get paid restitution or whatever you want to call it, back pay on all those races, but they have to have a charter to get back. Which makes sense. I mean,
you can't yank some from somebody when they're in the middle of a dispute that
correct.
Is and
about keeping them. So but NASCAR came and decided, kind of like they changed the rules to they
were like, we're not going to die on that hill.
I think they realized
they're picking their battles here. The lawyers got smarter.
But why did the lawyer ever let it get to that point?
I don't know. But it was at that point, dude. Everywhere you turned, that's what you heard. Like that's why they wanted them back, to sell them.
Yeah, but common sense, at least to me, and like I'm not saying it like I'm some genius, but to me at the time I was like, well, you can't get rid of something before they're done fighting for it.
No, you can't.
So I think they realized the judge would have been like, look, they didn't sign the charter agreement. They don't have charters today or tomorrow, but you can't get rid of them as if you've already won.
No,
because you haven't won yet. No, and maybe you will, but it hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't.
So, no, I'm glad you brought that up because I did forget to mention that. But
that's why it's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
That's exactly why it's a big deal, because you can't, again, everything leading up to that point was like, hey, we are going to sell these. And then for them to say that.
And they were openly like, we're going to sell them.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
They're probably calling up people. Spire, you need another one? I mean, Spire's got 3. I mean,
I think they were calling up people like Dale Jr. to get the fan public, or the public the publicity and the fans on their side.
Of course. If Dale Jr. bought one of those charters.
Yeah, everybody would be like, fuck 2311.
Of course. They hate Denny.
Yes.
And then Dale Jr. buys one. They would probably gave it to him.
Yeah, they'd be like, Jim Francis, run for president.
Yeah, yeah.
Run for president, dude. We'll vote for you. I mean, that's how dumb some NASCAR fans are, but I mean, it's a big deal. It really is a big deal, and I mean, that's kind of where we're at now. I don't know what else we had to update, but it was good to do an update, and I think we just have to wait for December, and then it's going to be when the lawsuit happens. There's going to be so much information, and you're just going to have to.
I know. Here's the thing. I wish this trial was on live TV.
Yeah, it'd be cool,
wouldn't it?
Yeah. Why is CNN not picking this up?
So true. If this was the NFL, if this was the MLB, if this was, I'd even go as far as to say the NHL. I skipped NBA. NBA definitely.
Right.
But NHL?
But I guess like even the NIL lawsuits weren't publicized and stuff like that. Because, I mean, that was Jeffrey Kessler too.
That's true.
So, I don't know. I just hope whatever happens, the end result is clear enough. As it like the NIL stuff. Like that was a big complicated lawsuit, but the end result
still crazy.
But the end result is clear. Like we know what what happened.
You can pay people. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You just summed it up in 2 words. Right?
That is exactly what happened. You can pay people.
All that stuff we don't understand, it sums up in you can pay people.
Yeah.
Whatever this
ends up
You
don't have to do McDonald's bags anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. Whatever this ends up in, I just hope it's that simple of a explanation.
Yeah. Jeremy Pruitt, trailblazer.
Right.
Yeah.
Ahead of his time.
I know.
Really. Yeah.
So far. So far. I mean, you hate it for him, really.
Right.
You hate it for him. Yeah. No, good. I really enjoyed that. I mean, that's I text you every now and then when I get on that Twitter when Bob Pockris goes off on it and I start reading all these things. And
he's just giving you facts.
I need the facts at the same time, but when you don't understand, I have no idea how the court of law works.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're
and
being
I don't
honest,
either. I don't want you to think that I do.
The only way I know how injunctions or hearings work is from the show Suits. Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
you might be more boned up on it than me.
Good show. Okay. Everything in that happens. Okay?
Right.
In real life. That's what I believe.
Well, you should be leading this overview.
No. I'm not going to pull a Colby on the show. But no, that was good, man. You want to go on?
Yeah, let's recap the Southern 500. Good race rating. Give it to me quick and dirty.
9-2.
9-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was excellent.
I thought it was excellent too.
Every single lap of it.
Yeah.
Love that it's on Labor Day
weekend.
Don't
get on
Twitter. Dude. I don't know how you can watch that and not enjoy what we saw.
Yeah.
We saw dominance by a car, which is what we've been preaching this on this podcast for forever. We've seen that for years.
Mm-hmm. And I thought, and that's what people, there's so many people that drive, there's too much parity. We don't have any like superstars of people actually dominating.
Yeah.
And then they dominate and they're like, everything sucks.
Yeah. No, I still think we have more parity than we've ever had before.
We do.
Which is true.
John Hunter Nemechek and Eric Jones finished top 10.
Exactly.
Because they're good drivers.
Yes. At the track, too tough to tame. Like, these guys are good drivers. And now they have the resources to be able to do something like that because it's a bit of a spec car.
Yeah.
Colby, you idiot. Yeah. Anyway, no, I thought it was an amazing race. The tires mattered for once. I mean, we saw people
refreshing.
Yes, people grinded it out, stayed out on the track longer. Guys short pitted it. It was. We saw comers and goers, and then we saw a car that was clearly faster than everybody.
Yeah.
Who deserved to win the race. And then we also saw 2 drivers at the end of the race battle. Like, Tyler Reddick was driving his balls off to do what he did. To get to that car. Granted, Briscoe's car, I do think, was fading at the time, but he was also probably in that, he had a 3-second lead, 2.5, something like that, lead towards the end. He's sitting on it. He's not doing much. He's just logging laps. And then we hear Tyler Reddick coming from the ashes, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
And then if you're Trace Briscoe, you get on the loud pedal because you've been holding back.
Exactly.
And I gave it a 9.7. I was there.
You were.
It was my first time at Darlington.
Epic,
dude. That's such a cool place.
Yeah.
It was packed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just so cool. I loved that place. I want to go back. But the only thing that, and it's hard for me to say because Briscoe dominated all day, and people are like, well, Tyler Reddick couldn't even pass him. I'm like, well, Briscoe dominated all day.
Yeah.
Like, he was clearly the fastest car. Like, did you want Tyler Reddick to pass him on the last lap. And you could tell a little bit that Tyler Reddick did get in some dirty air. But it is what it is because, I mean, Briscoe lost the lead twice and passed the leader back.
Yeah.
So passing was possible. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you just have the best car. And, I mean, we've seen Truex, when Truex has won that 19 car, it's looked pretty damn similar.
Yeah. It is. When Truex won a race, dude, it was domination.
It was domination.
It was never, you know, I drive from
no photo finishes.
No, dude won.
Yes.
And to me, my exact point to that, if Tyler Reddick had just as good of a car as Chase Briscoe did, he would have been behind him for most of the race. And Tyler Reddick was not there.
Yeah.
Not saying that we want a pass on pit road for a win necessarily. But, dude, if he was that good, he would have been there to possibly make a pass on pit road for the lead. But you know what? He never was.
Yeah, and I think Tyler Reddick is a good enough race car driver that if his equipment was close, he could have made it close.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He did make it close.
He did make it close, but I mean, they weren't. He could have got side by side. He could have done something.
Yeah,
and Tyler Reddick said as much. He's like, I just couldn't get there. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't get there.
And I think I told you on the phone when you were driving back, I said my only beef I really had with what Tyler Reddick did is he didn't force that issue enough to me.
Yeah.
Or like with 15 to go. I mean, he was gaining time, clearly. I think you shoot to the bottom some more because he tried to do a little bit of a slide job.
Yeah.
Okay, on the very last lap. I'm so happy it turned out how it did. Tyler Reddick raced it super clean. And so did Briscoe, you know, because he could have, you know, done more probably to wreck Tyler Reddick, you know. Maybe he would probably wrecked himself at the same time. But anyway, I just think Tyler Reddick should have maybe done that with 8 or 9 to go.
I agree.
To go, because he was there for a while down the stretch.
But you know, my opinion on that is, and as much as they make this format to make it game 7 moments and all that, he was points racing.
He was. He could not run that day.
He could have thrown it in there and tried to win, possibly, and busted his ass, but he would rather take a second place to move on to the next round.
Yeah.
So this format we've created to make everything exciting, they're literally points racing harder than they did when it was a 36 race
shootout
season. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
no, I completely agree. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. That's exactly what he did. He could not run the day that he had, especially where he was at in points. He was like one above the cut line before that race. He had a great. He was gonna ride it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth it. Unfortunately, with this format, as much as they say winning matters, it was not worth it for him to try to win.
No, it wasn't.
Which is wild. I don't know why NASCAR doesn't understand
that. That's such a good point. It was not worth him to win.
Yeah.
And you guys want to say winning matters all the time. It was not.
But it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Dude,
it still goes back to the roots of all we're doing is points racing all the time.
Even worse now.
Yeah.
All right. We dwelled on that a little bit, so I want to make one last point here. We're just going to go to the second bullet. Briscoe dominance. I said, did we... parentheses Spencer underrate Chase Briscoe?
I did, man, and I'll eat my words right here in front of God and everybody. I did not think he would have the season that he did. I mean, I saw him at Stewart Haas for a while, and I know he won here before in a walk-off race in a
shit box.
100%, he did. I did not think it would. Go with him. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think that. The writing was on the wall. You were singing his praises, and I didn't see it. I give Chase Briscoe, I mean, to me right now, he is, in the season he's had up until this point, he's one of the best 6 cars in the field.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the best 6 cars.
He's picked up right where Truex left off 2 to 3 years ago.
Yes.
And, right where that 19
I think
be.
I did the same thing with Truex. I don't know what it is about the 19 car, and but no, Briscoe is a damn good race car driver, and when you give him equipment that is good, he is winning on tracks that are really hard to drive at.
Yeah,
he is. So no, I give him credit. I would love to see Eric Jones in the number 99 or something. You know, see what he does.
Don't forget he was in the number 20.
I know, that's crazy to think about too.
I know, that's what everyone keeps saying. I think people have such a short memory. I've seen online, they're like, I just wish Eric Jones would get a chance in good equipment. And I'm like,
he did.
He had it.
He did.
He wasted it. I'm sorry. I like the guy, but he wasted it.
And he did waste it a little bit. Also young. I mean, he's still a young guy. I'm pretty sure.
But Christopher Bell came in there, same age, and took his ride and won right out of the get-go. I mean, I'm sorry, but you have to win.
I'm glad.
Unless you're Ty Gibbs. Yeah. When you're in a JGR car, you have to win.
No, you're exactly right. You have to win. And Chase Briscoe or Eric Jones has not won anything. Yeah. So, but God, he's good at Darlington.
He is. He has won. He did win Darlington in a JGR car, but I mean, everything else was so bad it couldn't save him.
Yep.
Playoff implications, real quick. SVG, Barry, Bowman, terrible nights. So we'll kind of touch on them in predictions. But terrible.
Yeah, terrible. Where are they at? You know how bad
SVG
they are.
SVG is like +3 up.
Okay.
Bowman, I think, is 19 down, and Barry is he's swamped. I think it's 60.
Is it that bad?
I feel like it's that bad.
Shane is +3.
Bowman should be 19 down.
Bowman, yeah, and also Josh is 19 down.
Josh is 19 down too, guys. So I just was talking out of my ass.
A little 60, bit there, which is fine. Also, what surprised Joey Logano here, -3 to cut line.
Yeah.
Austin Dillon -8. So those are your 4 right there: Joey, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Josh Berry below the cut line.
I think those stay.
+3.
I think those stay.
I don't think those stay. I think Joey's going to be really good this week, and we can get into that a little bit later. But I mean,
I could see that. That's a good point.
Penske is they're kind of like the Austin Dillon of Gateway. You know, they just have
they have it.
Yeah, I mean, Cedric's won here, Joey's won here, Blaney should have won here, and Cedric won because Blaney didn't win.
Correct.
So
yeah,
one of those. But we can get into that a little bit later. But yeah, no, they have the biggest hills to climb. Shane just needs a top 15. He needs a top 15, and he needs the one right above him, Chase Elliott. He needs Chase Elliott to have a bad day. Ross had such a good day at Darlington. That hurt him a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's tough. I don't think you're going to get anybody above, Christopher Bell's at +11, but I just don't see him having... he's not going to miss twice.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Shane would have to have get stage points twice and probably finish top 10, which I don't necessarily see.
Yeah. I think his only chance is to bank on other people that have bad luck.
Exactly. If he has good finishes, he's fine.
Yeah.
And one of the guys below the cut line doesn't win.
Correct.
Because if he has a better day than Joey, Dillon, Bowman, and Barry, he's above them now.
Not tough company.
Yeah, though. He's not. But if you're, I think he'll find something at Bristol, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but I think if any track that, I know it's a short track, but if there's anything the turns are exactly the same every way around, they are.
Yeah.
Darlington, they're not. Gateway, they're not. They're two different, turn 1, turn 2, the different banking than turn 3 and turn 4. At both these tracks, Darlington and Gateway. For some odd reason, I think he will have the speed. I think all he should be really doing is just getting as much sim time as he possibly can for something like Bristol.
Yeah, just keep preparing.
Yeah, because, no offense to Josh, I would love to see him move on. He's probably going to have a bad day at Bristol or win the damn thing, sadly. There's no in between there. I think Dillon by that point will be at probably that -19 realm, -15, which would be hard to make up in one race.
Yeah, he ain't going to do it at the next 2 tracks.
No, he's not going to do it at the next 2 tracks necessarily. And he really has to have what sucks is that the 2 people that I think could have worse days than him, than SVG necessarily, would be Cindric and Chase Elliott. But Cindric, like I just said, Penske's so good at Gateway.
Yeah, he'll be up there.
He'll be up there. So I just don't see him rely. He's not in a position to rely on a great strategy for other people to fail.
Yeah.
They just need to gain stage points. They need to gain stage points and again, I know I've dwelled on this a little bit longer. I can move on. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But we saw him take a different strategy at Darlington, which was not a winning one, But I think if the cautions would have fell right, it might have ended up better for him.
Definitely.
Because he ran out that long run, and God, I bet you it was because you got to actually watch him.
Oh,
like
dude,
the camera was not on him most of the time.
That was the craziest thing about Darlington is seeing people come out on new tires and just fucking demolish the field.
And so he would come out with 30 laps to go on a stage and just start
ripping.
And he got himself back on the lead lap.
Yeah.
You know, won the lucky dog. You know, so.
Which is all you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. So good segue into standouts. So SVG Suarez, 10-18. Suarez got it. But like you said, if the strategy would have played out, SVG should have finished around 20th.
Yeah.
Which is all they could have asked for.
Yeah.
But you run that strategy, you get bit by a caution. That's the gamble, right? Cindric Berry, obviously Cindric got it. We didn't touch on it, but Berry wrecked lap 1.
Yeah.
Bad setup. They said he hit the bump stops, and so I don't know if he's running super low tire pressure or what.
I think it's probably what it was. I mean, something like that. Setting up for that long run. And I think that car would have been really good. I mean, he had speed, clearly.
Fastest lap.
Yeah. So it just sucks.
Wild. Suspicious.
Very, very. But, you know. That's that Kyle Larson effect.
I know. They didn't take him to the RDS Center, though. But Hocevar gives. Hocevar got him. Hocevar, I believe, top 10. Or close to top 10? Close to top 10. Right?
Hocevar was 9th.
9th, yeah.
Yep.
Wild. After spinning by himself. So he might catch up. We need 6 races. We got, 9 left? Yep. The way this is going, it could be close.
It could be.
Bubba Briscoe, 11-17. This one has gotten a little out of hand, but the bad thing, this is one of those where they say the score didn't match the game. What do they say? Box score didn't match the game or something like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They say it every time Tennessee loses.
Oh.
But the score didn't reflect the game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I know what you're saying because every time Briscoe wins, Bubba Wallace has a top 5.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what it feels like.
You know what I'm saying? Though, like back when Tennessee was bad, and if we keep it close and we get the brake speed off us in the fourth quarter,
yeah,
they'd be like, well, the score doesn't reflect how we played.
No. We gave up 100 yards in the first 3 quarters, and then we gave up 7,000 in the fourth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's Bubba Wallace.
It is
coincidentally a Vol fan.
I know. Makes sense.
We'll see how that goes. Bubba's having a great playoffs, great season. So. Maybe not a fair one. Gateway predictions. So we've touched on this already. Flat track usually means Penske dominance. You've harped on that. Yeah. Do you think – I mean, I feel like enough time's gone by these other teams have caught on.
I thought that same thing until we saw Austin Dillon at Richmond again.
Now, let me give you this. We went to Darlington. The top 10 was all Toyotas, basically.
Yeah.
Now, we had some other guys. I mean, A.J. Allmendinger finished 5th while Carson Hocevar was in there. But I think it was the end of stage 2. I remember looking at the scoreboard, and the top 10 was all Toyotas. End of stage 2. So, Toyotas are strong, and this is maybe a pipe dream. This is just my own opinion. I feel like Toyotas are onto something. And they've really harped on these playoff tracks. And so, my prediction is that when we go to Gateway, not that Penske won't be bad.
They just won't be as good.
They won't be as good. They and the Toyotas will be up there as good as them. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I can buy that a little bit. I just still think how good Penske has been here, they're hard to catch. You know, like they found something here, and when Penske finds a dialed in track, I mean we see it at Phoenix every damn year. Yeah. That's what it feels like.
That's what I feel like too when we get to Phoenix. I'm going to take the same approach to where these teams have had enough time to they have to figure something out.
You would think that.
And if you're Penske, you don't know what to change because you've been dominating. They have to catch up eventually.
Yeah, you're all right. They do have to catch up eventually. I just don't know if it's
this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you could be right.
I'm not saying that there's not going to be 3. I'm saying that there could be 3 Fords in the front and then followed by all Toyotas.
Yeah.
You know, which would be
a step up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would be a step up. But, dude, like you said, what do they change? About the Fords, I don't know, but golly, when they get on a flat track, it is
dominant.
It is dominant.
Yeah, it's absolute dominant.
They know how to do it.
So we talked about our playoff guys, the bottom 4. What do they need to do? Real quick, I'll just say this is the first year for Gateway in the playoffs. I put will it be deserving. I think we're probably going to see the fans gripe again.
Yeah.
But I'm all for the first round being a straight up like best cars win
for sure,
and best drivers win. So I don't think we need to expect a barn burner, but I'm all for the first 3 tracks. If they have to be a little bit boring, it's going to weed out who shouldn't be there.
100%.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you. We're probably, I mean, no offense, I'm probably going to watch a little bit more NFL football than I maybe do the race.
Yeah,
necessarily.
I'm going to be on the road driving. So
yeah, it doesn't matter for you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for me. Yeah. I definitely won't have it on the dash of my truck.
No, you would never.
I would never.
Yeah.
Illegal.
Yeah, if you're Jeff Sanders,
the magic box.
Yeah, you put it on the big screen on the TV. Yeah,
but yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's get into drop the green bets. I think we're moving on here.
Yeah, man, we're doing great. We have plenty of time.
How far are you down?
How'd
your week go?
Week went not bad. Colby liked it, so I knew I was going to have a good week.
Oh yeah, because he was trembling.
He was. I'm down 8.76 units.
Not bad.
Up from, I was down 9 something last week, so I made up a unit. We were all over Briscoe. Briscoe had a great day. I mean, it's one of those, like, I'm not mad, but why not just pick him to win type of thing? But I picked him top 5, so it went well.
Bird in the hands were 2 in the bush.
Yeah, that's right. Denny Larson, that one parlay. I haven't hit a parlay all year. I'm not going to probably, but is what it is.
Try it again.
We might run it back. I hit Eric Jones. I was all over Eric Jones. I hope you tailed that. I was all over Bubba. Bubba had a great day, and I think that was the only one. Maybe I had William Byron up there too. And William Byron, been kind of quiet. Bad day. Yeah. Not good. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Let me make sure. I don't say that right. No, I had Bowman. Bowman.
Yeah.
Awful day. Just an awful
for
day.
the pit crew mostly.
Yeah, dude. They forgot how
air guns work.
Yeah, I mean, it was ridiculous.
They forgot they need air supply for the air impact.
Unreal. How you forget that. But this week, I think I got some good ones.
All right.
So since we've already mentioned it, I'm running it back again. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, top 10 parlayed together, full unit on it. I mean, it's going to happen.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
right?
with you. I'm with you. It has to. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You do it enough.
I'm already gonna tell you. I'm going. Even if I probably hit it, I'm running it back at Bristol. Like, you know,
it's guaranteed at Bristol.
I mean, it's not, but it does feel that way. So if I can get one here, and it doesn't even feel a sneaky one. I mean, Kyle Larson is one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah.
And Denny Hamlin is
up
there as well. You know, greatest to ever do it. There's no reason. They're fighting. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be fast. Toyota's gonna be fast. I'm honestly worried more about Kyle Larson than I am Denny Hamlin at this time. I mean,
you should be.
Yeah. Checkers are wreckers. So minus 133 when you parlay them together right now. Full unit. So that's our big dog. We need to hit that. And I didn't hit that last week, and I still had a good week. So I'm not hating it. And then here is my Penske dominance. I went Blaney to win. I feel pretty comfortable doing that. Mm-hmm. I really do. I mean, Blaney hasn't won here. He should have won when Cindric won. He ran out of gas. I see no reason why Blaney just doesn't go ahead and punch his ticket. Then he can kind of park it at Bristol, not have to worry about anything. And then Joey top 3. Oh, Blaney to win was plus 500, half a unit. And then went Joey top 3 plus 275 half unit. He has finished top 3 in all 3 races here.
Wow.
That we've had.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, no reason it shouldn't be a 4th.
Yeah.
No reason it shouldn't be a 4th. I was going to go top 5 there. Not that it wasn't awful money, but, I mean, the difference between 4th and 3rd with Joey Logano is, I mean, might as well get that extra money.
For sure.
If it's there.
For sure.
So half a unit on both of those. And then I went with not a different strategy, but kind of that same blueprint that I had last week. I've picked 4 top 10 drivers here.
Okay.
And I think you're going to be appalled by some of the names a little bit.
Okay.
First one I went with was Brad K, top 5, who had a top 10 here last year.
You top 5?
No, top 10.
Okay.
Did I say top 5? I meant
you might have, but I could have heard you wrong
all
too.
these are top 10 guys.
Okay.
Brad K, quarter unit plus 100 top 10. I think I'm just latching on to the little bit of Fords here. I'm not feeling great about that. Actually, out of all these 4, That's kind of the one I don't like because even at tracks Brad was good at last year, he hasn't been that great this year. I wanted to go with Chris Buescher, but to me the money wasn't there, if that makes any sense. But Buescher's been super quiet, didn't make the playoffs, so, right? Yeah, Buescher's,
you're right.
yeah.
You're right.
So the money wasn't there, and I just feel like we need to start I say that, and I bet on all drivers that kind of weren't in the playoffs. But, playoff drivers shine, hopefully. So Brad K, plus 100, top 10, quarter unit. Next car I went with, who had a great day here last year, Justin Haley. Spire car.
Okay.
Quarter unit, plus 350, top 10.
That's such low. It's way lower than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means they might be onto him a little bit. Yeah, which is fine.
Which is fine.
Still, plus 350 is pretty good.
Validates a little bit, yeah.
Makes you wonder about it. Again, he had a really good day here last year. He finished 9th, which Blaney ran out of gas, so he would have finished 10th, still a top 10.
And he was in a Rick Ware car.
And he was in a Rick Ware car.
And we ain't betting Cody Ware.
Yeah, we're not betting Cody Ware. Spire's going to have speed here. Carson's fast here. So I like that one a little bit. Carson is my next pick, so I went with 2 Spire Motorsport cars, plus 130. I'm just hoping one of them hits, honestly. I think that's the goal here. You take 2 of the 3 cars, and you take the 2 best drivers that they have. I mean, no offense to Michael McDowell, but he's not pulling off a top 10 here.
Right.
He's just not going to do it. Plus 130 for Carson. And then my last pick, who I don't think I've ever bet on. Ever. Even at our strategy at Daytona, I don't think I've ever bet on him. Austin Dillon, top 10, plus 160. Finished top 10 here last year, I do believe, as well.
Yeah, and sneakily fast in the playoffs.
Sneakily fast right now. I know he's below the cut line, so he's going to want to have a good day because he can still point his way in. I mean, he's only 8 below the cut line. He is circling SVG for sure, but, he also has Joey in front of him. So I think they're going to give him a car. Now, whether he does anything with it is a whole different story.
It's up to him.
But plus 160, top 10.
Okay.
Quarter unit. So those are my bets.
Slightly appalled. Slightly appalled.
I knew you would be. I knew you would be.
But I have faith in you. Mm-hmm. But those are wild. But you have
the first 3 are pretty good.
Yeah, you have the facts to back them up, so I can't argue too much.
That's right.
So no, I feel good about those. I mean, all you gotta do is claw your way to 3.
That's right.
That's all you gotta do.
Dude, if we hit the first 3, Joey, Blaney, Larson, and Denny right there, we're Gucci.
Yeah, and those 4 can wreck out.
Oh, yeah. Those 4 can finish 97th. I do not care.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, Brad K might finish. He might still be logging laps on Wednesday.
Right.
He could be. And I wouldn't care.
Yeah. We already got it in the bank.
That's right.
So, all right, those are good. Let me recap those. I do feel good about them. Go ahead and pull up the wheel.
I will.
But I think we can do something there, and I want you to get that die cast. So we're going to hammer, once again, our Larson Hamlin top 10 parlay, 1 unit minus 133. We've got a Blaney win, half a unit plus 500. I think that's our big one we're really hoping for. Mm-hmm. Logano top 3 plus 275, half a unit. I think those are really good odds for a top 3 when it's basically almost a law that he's going to do it.
Yeah.
And then we've got 4 top 10 bets at a quarter unit each. We got Brad K plus 100, Justin Haley plus 350, Carson Hocevar plus 130, Austin Dillon plus 160, and those are all top 10 at a quarter unit apiece. Yep. So let's see how they shake out. I think that's not a bad strategy. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to take value and you got to take layups too. So
you do.
I think you did the perfect mixture of that.
I think that's what I've been going on. Been going off these layups. Sometimes you miss layups, like we did last week with Denny and Larson. But you should have a 98% strategy. I mean, 98% shooting percentage on layups.
Okay. So you're gonna miss a couple.
Yeah.
2 out of 100. Really.
2 out of 100. Yeah. So I'm at 1. So I missed the first one. We're gonna run it back 99 more times, I'm going to hit him. You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
So last week the wheel hit.
I know.
Colby's good luck on the wheel, I guess. So the wheel's down 14.45. Not really knocking at your back door, so I think you're okay.
I'm okay.
But we hit top Toyota, so that was pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and spin our bet type here. I think top manufacturer is the only thing the wheel can hope for because that's the only chance it ever has.
I mean, it does narrow it down to 3.
Because sometimes it's so smart, but it just gets it. We missed by that much. If we would have hit Cole Custer.
Oh, dude.
Noah texted me immediately after the race. He's like, the wheel. The wheel almost got it. And I was like, I know.
He was all over it, the wheel was. Top Chevy.
Top Chevy. We'll take it. We'll take
terrible.
Top Chevy. And we want the man, the myth, the legend.
I think that is exactly who you want.
Kyle Larson.
It's exactly who you want.
Who we're going to get for sure.
It's going to be SVG.
Oh, we're going to get Ty Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
We're definitely going to get Ty Dillon.
Yeah. Chevy wheel.
Spin, 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 spin.
Dude.
That's my new wheel noise. Justin Haley. Justin Haley. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way.
Justin Haley.
Don't feel good about that.
Top Chevrolet, which puts...
Okay. I'm going to guess that's about plus 750.
Plus 3,000.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Justin Haley is plus 3,000 to be the top Chevrolet.
So the wheel's going to come back this week.
I mean, he could.
Yeah.
In one bet. I mean, that's the perk of the wheel.
What I'm thinking is in turn 4 there'll be a sinkhole that swallows 30 cars, and Justin Haley won't be one of them. And then we'll hit Top Chevy.
I mean, that's how he won Daytona.
Basically,
I mean,
if you think about it, really.
Yeah, it's kind of exactly what happened. It's kind of how Austin Dillon won it.
Yeah, that's kind of how Austin Dillon just has survived his whole career.
Yeah, for real.
But we doing good on time here?
We have 9 minutes to do the Choose Who Zone.
That's fine. I'll get it in 30 seconds.
I hope not, but you might.
So I've got me and you 9-9, and obviously I've made mistakes here before, but I've got me and you 9-9.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Colby and you 8-4. Colby's beating the brakes off you.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you right now, Colby, because you're not going to listen to this, and and that's fine. That's perfectly fine with me. And you can ask this question next week. Is it an active driver? No.
Oh.
It is not going to be an active driver.
So you're really doing him a favor.
I am. I'm doing it. I'm giving him a free question.
So he can't complain.
He can't complain. He's not going to listen, though. It's just normal Colby behavior.
Right.
You know. So, but
too busy. I'm working.
Yeah. All right. Choose Who Zone if you've never been here before. We got 3 facts, 2 questions, 3 total guesses. He can trade guesses for questions. I need to pull up in case you ask a dumb question so I can answer it. Here are your 3 facts, buddy. First NASCAR race, I completely mistyped that, but whatever.
First race NASCAR race was 1963.
Yep, he's a Daytona 500 winner, 7-time NASCAR race winner. 7 wins all time.
No,
on the series.
Perfect.
Daytona 500 winner, and his first race was in 1963 in the Cup Series. Let me pull up who this is, if I can remember who it is. Anything? I mean, you're grinding your gears over there.
I don't think I'm going to know who this is. Who was he racing for when he won the Daytona 500?
When he won the Daytona 500, it was pretty sure it was Wood Brothers. But let me make sure. It's not going to be under there. What is going on?
It's Harv Dog.
It is Harv Dog. Okay, here we go. Just to make sure. he won the 500 was with the Wood Brothers.
That doesn't help me. Because when I think Wood Brothers in that era, I'm just thinking David Pearson.
Yeah.
What a terrible question to ask. Wow.
I loved it. You have another one?
Yeah, I want to ask where you're from, and you're going to say Twin Creeks Pond, North Carolina.
Is that what you want to ask?
No, I don't, because it's going to be somewhere in North or South Carolina for sure.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I think you got me here. Because it's just so, it's very obscure facts.
Yeah, they are obscure. A little bit. I needed a win. I needed to taste victory for once, maybe.
No, that's not going to help me either. I want to know kind of who he was racing for in his last race, but it's probably Wood Brothers as well.
You can ask.
Yeah, but what if it's also Wood Brothers?
That doesn't help you. Maybe it's not.
All right, where's this guy from?
This guy is from Houston, Texas.
Oh. The 1963 doesn't add up for me, but I do think this could be right. Is it AJ Foyt?
I'm really bad at hitting the buttons. That was wrong button again. You were right.
Oh my God!
I knew.
What a roller coaster of emotions.
I know. I knew you would ask. If
AJ
you asked,
Foyto? Why'd you put AJ Foyto? He's not Italian.
No, he's not. But I wanted him to be. No, AJ Foyt. Yeah. No. I knew if you asked where he was from, you'd instantly know. But I was hoping, and when you talked yourself out of that question, I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, you know who I originally thought?
Who?
Mario Andretti.
Yeah.
Because I was like, those stats make me think, and I was thinking like it's like a Mario or AJ type.
Yep.
And I know both of them have won the Daytona 500, but they both had like a little bit of success in that, like just enough.
Yep.
In NASCAR, and they raced for.
But
some
they're
good
open
teams.
wheel.
They're open wheel guys.
I could not put anything open wheel.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, I had to keep it all down. I mean, look, he's won the Indy 500 4 times.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was the Kyle Larson of his generation.
He was, dude. He was.
Most people would say Kyle Larson is the AJ
champion
Foyt, but
7 times. I mean, incredible. Won 67 champ car wins. I mean, 67.
Nuts.
Won the Pocono 500 4 times.
What was it about Pocono for him, you think?
I don't know.
Because one of the turns is like Indy?
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
You just really had it figured out on that turn.
Probably.
Damn.
He probably did. But
no, legend. Absolute legend, though.
Yeah. No, good win. I was worried that the first time that you asked where they were from would help you. And it did.
I probably, if I had to guess, I was going to go Mario Andretti first.
Okay.
But I didn't know if Mario Andretti had started racing. I'm a little surprised that AJ started racing NASCAR that early. I forget how old he is.
He's 90 years old.
Yeah.
And he's born in 1935.
He was at the Indy 500.
I know. Dude's a Roger Penske type character.
So he still would have been a little bit, well, what was 63? What was that, about 60 years ago, I guess?
Yeah.
So he would have been, what, 30-something winning the Daytona?
Mm-hmm.
Or running NASCAR? But yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. You almost got me.
I did.
He shouldn't have given me his hometown.
No, I had to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those. I thought about it before because Houston, Texas. There's not many guys that are from Houston, Texas. I'm just going to answer it and not go, oh, I don't know if I should give you this.
Yeah. You're getting good at that.
Yeah, I was just like, let me answer it because it was the same thing with the Wood Brothers. Like I knew he won the Daytona 500 for the Wood Brothers, which again doesn't mean too much because they were really good back then.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I was like, a lot of the Wood Brothers guys. Let me just answer it and act like it's nothing. It means nothing. Yeah. And it kind of worked.
No, because my problem is that era, I only know David Pearson.
Exactly.
If you ask me, David Pearson is the only Wood Brothers driver that's ever done anything. No, that was a good one. I hate that I beat you. I feel like you need to win one, but
no, it's okay. I'm gonna get Colby next week. I'm not worried about it.
But no, it was a good episode, good quick episode. Appreciate y'all listening. I know all of our listeners will still listen, even though we're a little bit late. Mm-hmm. So when you're mowing the grass Saturday, you got something to listen to.
That's right. That's right.
But you got anything to close us out with?
No, just want to give a shout out to everybody. Thank you. Let me put it back on the screen for everybody. Thank you, Kevin Kirkland, Noah Penry, Ben Burrow, J.D. Huggins, and Marina Hall for the donations.
Marina Hall, this is my fault because I didn't tell you. It's in my truck. I met Maples at Darlington. We got a bottle of Jim Beam. That is a single barrel bottle of Jim Beam.
Whoa.
So
you didn't tell me to add him.
I know. I just said it was my fault.
Okay.
But saw Maples at Darlington. He took his camper there. He was right under the scoring pylon.
Let's go.
So if you watched the race, you definitely saw his camper.
Yeah.
And he signed up. He was like meeting drivers and everything. He did it right.
Awesome.
So him and his buddies had a big weekend. But yeah, we'll add your name next week, Maples. That's my fault.
Yeah, for sure.
No, great episode. Appreciate you, Spencer, for all you do. Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you.